It's over. It happened. And the emotions are all over the place. Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. My name is Jeffrey Cooperstein. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Luka Doncic made his return to the American Airlines Center, and it was absolutely spectacular. It started out with a very well-done video tribute by the Dallas Mavericks, to the point it moved not only me to tears, it moved Luka to tears as well. And after the game, when he was interviewed by Lisa Salters, he said, after the video, he said to himself, there's just no way he can play this game. Well, he played it, and he played it really damn well, to the tune of 45 points, and was by far the best player on the court. It was great seeing Luka back in Dallas again. It was great seeing all of the love that the fans gave him, that he still loves us back. He still loves the city back. And he knows how heartbroken we are that we had to lose him in this fashion. Every time Luka wasn't at the free throw line, whether it was a Laker or a Mavericks player, Fire Nico chants were alive and well. You could hear them on the broadcast. You could hear them throughout the game. When Luka was on the free throw line, they were chanting MVP. The crowd absolutely loved it. The crowd loved seeing Luka, loved every second of it. And it was a very, very tough thing to watch. The guy who came to Dallas as a kid, grew into a man, and he wanted to spend his entire career here in Dallas with the Mavericks. And NIco Harrison robbed him and robbed the Mavericks fans of that. And it is still, even after that, an extremely, extremely, extremely tough thing to process. Before we get on with the rest of the show, I do want to ask you this. What is your one-word reaction to Luka's return to Dallas? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. What is your one-word reaction? This will be the pinned comment on today's show, so you may get hit with a YouTube ad break here in just a couple of seconds. And while that happens, go on down there and get your votes in what your one-word reaction is. My one word, unavoidable. No, that's not my one word. My one word is avoidable, because it could have been avoided. All NIco Harrison had to do was not trade the second best player in the NBA, was not piss off every single Mavs fan to the point of people wanting to call for his job, of people doxing his address online. And I don't condone violence. I don't condone doxing his personal address online. But you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. NIco Harrison played the stupidest game in NBA history by trading Luka Doncic, who wanted to be here his entire career, and decided that Anthony Davis was going to help him win a championship, completely forgetting that Luka brought them to the championship just less than a year ago. It's absolutely insane. It will never not be insane to me, but my one word is going to be unavoidable. Let me know what y'all's one word is down in the comment section. Before we get on with the rest of the show, I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor, which of course is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. Basketball season is coming to an end, but the playoffs are almost here, and it is the best place to get real money action in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and Texas. They put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This Luka projection smashed the moron, as Luka had 45 in the game to go along with 8 rebounds and 6 assists, so we got the more on that. Anthony Davis would have had the more if he made his free throws, but unfortunately, he did not. So we didn't win any money on PrizePicks tonight, but you can if you play your own picks over at PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. That was a tough one to get through, man. I won't lie. Like I said, a bunch of emotions, from sadness to anger to happiness watching Luka play again. I thought for the most part, the Mavs tried to keep themselves in the game. They even took a lead with 9 minutes left, and after that, LeBron and Luka kind of took over, and that was that. But in a game where the Mavericks still needed to win the game despite all the pomp and circumstance around it, because now there are 2 games remaining, and if the Mavericks lose out and the Suns win out, the Mavericks still will not make the play-in. So they need a combination of 1 win or 1 Phoenix loss in order to clinch a play-in spot. If Sacramento beats Denver tonight, that means they will be playing Sacramento on the road as well. So it's going to be tough sledding for the Mavericks going forward. You have 2 games left, one on Friday against the Toronto Raptors, then on Sunday against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now we'll see on Sunday if the Grizzlies have their seeding wrapped up. Maybe they rest some players, and maybe the Mavs are able to come out of that with the win. But then the Mavs will have to travel midweek to Sacramento, and they will have to go win a game on the road. And then if they win that, they will have to go win another game on the road against an opponent to be determined in order to get themselves into the postseason for the right to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be a very difficult task for the Mavs to get to the playoffs, let alone compete in the playoffs, because I do think that the Thunder would make quick work of the Mavs, man. There is still work to do. There is still a season to be played, and we'll see if the Mavericks can get it done. I still think they're going to be in the play-in. I don't think they're going to have a problem getting there, but I do think they're going to have a problem. I do think they're going to have a problem trying to do any damage in the playoffs because of the position they put themselves in. And it was all avoidable simply because, you don't trade Luka, you're probably in the postseason. Will the Mavericks make the playoffs? Type Y for yes or type N for no. That is going to be the final question I ask you here on today's show. Let me know down in the comments if you think the Mavericks are going to make the playoffs this season. I think not. I don't think they're going to. Maybe they win 1 and they get to the final play-in game in order to make the postseason, but I don't see them winning 2 in a row. Either way, let me know down in the comments. Just trying to put a bow on this entire thing. I'm glad it's over because now I won't have to watch Luka against the Mavericks for the rest of the season at least, and I can cheer on Luka in every single game. I was cheering for him tonight, but I wanted his team to lose. I hope he goes out and wins an NBA title this year, to be honest with you. And as far as the future of the Mavericks goes with NIco Harrison, I don't know what the future looks like. I don't know if there is a future with NIco. For all we know, he could resign at the end of the season. For all we know, he could be fired. For all we know, he could be here another 5 or 6 years. All of it is just such an unknown with the Mavericks right now, and it's crazy because they chose the unknown. They had the known in the proven superstar in Luka, and they chose to go with the unknown, and that's a very, very scary proposition that they put themselves in. That is going to do it for today's show, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in to Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. Once the Mavericks playoff seeding is solidified, we will get you a preview of Mavericks vs. Kings here on the channel. But until then, hit that sub button, and we'll see you soon here on the channel. Appreciate you guys for watching.